Hey guys.
Hey, Brenna.
Happy
Hey.
Happy Friday. Happy
Happy
Saturday.
Friday.
Depending on which way you looking at the clock.
Exactly.
It's Happy Friday here.
That's right.
Happy Friday.
We not into Saturday just yet. We not going there just yet. But it is time for another Real Chill Conversations episode. So here we are yet again on another Friday, but we have changed our time. So now y'all can check us out at 12 a.m. live. It's gonna be going down every Friday going forward at this time, and hopefully this works out well for all of us and all of y'all out there that have been supporting and subscribing and commenting, and we really appreciate you guys following us during this process and this journey. So I think that is our update thus far. I know right now in the building we have me, your girl Brenna B. We've got Dominique. We've got Edwina. Nat, I believe, is going to be joining us tonight, as well as T. So we'll give them just a couple of minutes to enter the chat, and if not, then I know we've got plenty to catch up on and talk about, as we've been discussing some things throughout this week that has passed. And we'll just go from there.
Absolutely. And today I believe we're going to be talking about balancing work, entrepreneurship and family and friends.
Yes, so we are definitely going to be talking about that, and the ups and downs, the ins and outs, and all that you have to contend with when you're an entrepreneur, and then when you add in friendships, relationships, or family into being an entrepreneur or working your entrepreneurship or your business with family, friends, or loved ones. What challenges and what joys you might get from that, because some people might find that they've got differences there. And we've got Natalie, so go ahead and add her in right now. Hey Natalie.
Hey ladies, what's going on?
Happy Friday.
Hey, Natalie.
Hey, y'all doing all right?
Yep,
We doing good.
we
Yeah,
doing
Good,
we're doing
good.
good.
So we just did a quick little overview and announced our time change for the podcast to let everybody know that we're going to be live at 12 a.m. on Fridays, and got just a little bit into what we're going to be talking about tonight. But we know you've got you're moderating this one, and you're here to kind of guide us in the topic for this evening, and then we'll all respond with our thoughts, comments, and have our real chill conversation. And those that are listening or watching the stream or what have you, we invite you to throw your thoughts in the comment section as well. We'll be able to respond to that. In the meanwhile, in the meantime, in between time while you're chatting, I'll be going back and forth and sharing this post to our different social media platforms as well, so we can get everybody involved.
Sweet, thank you.
All right, Nat, so you've got the floor. You go ahead and take it away.
Alrighty, so the first thing I want to get into when it comes to balancing your side hustles, whether it be a small business or just, an entrepreneur lifestyle, with relationships and family, I want to get into the family aspect. A lot of times when we have dreams and hopes and aspirations, especially when it's early on, our family just does not believe it until they start seeing actual results. So I want to ask y'all if y'all have any experience in that. I know, being that I work in the music industry, a lot of people always say that. They always say, I've been going to the studio and late nights and trying to market myself, with just me and my manager, maybe not a full team, but they look for their family support, and they kind of are just like, boy, you can't, or girl, you not going, do that, da 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 da. But until they start seeing it come into fruition, they don't latch on. But then afterwards, they're like, oh, okay, they making moves. They okay, let's see what Johnny got going on, or so and so. So have any of you guys experienced that, and just wanting your family support and just maybe not having it until you start really showing them, like, okay, I have a plan. I have, like, here's the blueprint. Like, here's the campaign from start to finish. I've outlined it, and here it is. It's ready to go.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think that it's definitely it's an experience when you have your heart and just everything put into your plan, and I'm going to execute this plan, and you are working on that plan, but a lot of that work is behind the scenes, and there's not always tangible, I can lay my eyes on it, evidence of what your work is until things start actually popping off for you. And I remember that experience when I was getting ready to start working on the morning show at the radio station. It was like, nobody understood, well, what do you need to go to the studio for? Like, what are you guys going in and working on? And it's like, we're writing out segments, we're figuring out our talk breaks, and nobody knows, really what that is and what that means, or why you have your studio sessions, or why you go through and you listen to different music that you want to have in your different rotation and things like that, or even for your music segment. So that part, now I completely understand. But then it's like the first time they hear you on the radio or hear a commercial or actually see something or see a post, and then they're like, oh, that's what you was doing. And it was like, yeah, that's what I was doing.
Right. And you don't want to say that they're not supportive, because at the end of the day, they might just not understand what it takes. They might just really need some explanation, like you said, into seeing what exactly is being put together, or what, just what it takes to make it all come to life. So it's not that they might not, be supportive. A lot of people like to say that and just say, oh, well, when I get up, I ain't going, I'm going to remember that. But it's like, sometimes they family, I mean, if they don't do what you're doing or what you do, they haven't gone down that path. So they might just need a little explanation, or they might need more direction on how they can support you. So I know we have a lot of viewers that are going through that, a lot of viewers that are younger than we are. So I definitely, that's why I wanted to shed some light on this topic specifically. So don't think that, just because they're not supportive, it doesn't mean that they don't want to be supportive. They just, especially parents, they want the best for you. So they just want to know that you're making the right choice. Once they see that it's something that you love, something that you're excited about, I'm pretty sure that they're going to jump on the bandwagon and be on your team at the end of the day. Let me see. So with that, in the beginning, when you have a small business, you might not be as successful as you are going to be. A lot of times, you have to work towards that just by putting in the work. So your side hustle might not pay the bills. So when it comes to your relationship, what are you supposed to tell your spouse? Like, would you be expecting them to just kind of hold it down until that comes through? Are you thinking it's a smarter route to have a plan B and kind of prioritize and use time management to see which one is more important if you have to put in on the bills? Or like, what would y'all expect people to tell their spouse when it comes to being an entrepreneur and it might not be bringing home the bacon?
Um, I would say first you have to know your spouse. If you have a spouse that's understanding and that sees the same vision that you have,
Mm-hmm.
um, they will go with it and they will help you with your dream and your vision and they will support you. But if you don't have that relationship with your spouse and they're already complaining about the bills and the children, I would say come up with plan B. Still try to work on your vision as well as help with paying the bills and the responsibility at home as well.
That's a good point.
I think
Definitely.
communication is the key. Is the key.
Mhm.
Adelina, so you're right. Communication. I mean, that comes first, especially when you have, a spouse, and just make sure they're understanding as well, like you said, on what your goals are, and do they have that vision as when they see it. So
Yeah.
sometimes you have people that are supportive like that and actually will be like, you know what, I see it too. I'm gonna support you in this. I mean, because sometimes your spouse want to see you win. You win, they win.
Yeah,
So
exactly, Dominique. And I'm gonna use Dominique's phrase. She always say that this generation that we're living in, they want things hot and ready. We want success hot and ready. We want a relationship hot and ready. And that's not how it goes in life. You have to start from the ground and work your way up. And I look at your success as like a tree. First you have to do is, find a place for your tree, then place the seed in. You have to water it, nurture it, talk to it, and watch it grow. And it takes time for a tree to grow. You see, and we can't always just rush the process because it's
Mhm.
not going to work. It's going to crumble down. You have to build on a solid foundation for anything. Um, so I would say, be like I said, be supportive. Have a supportive spouse, and like Dominique said, your spouse will want to win with you at the end.
absolutely.
Ain't that the truth? That is the real, real, real rap right there. So it really sounds like time management, obviously your family and whoever you're with, your partner, is going to want, you know, you to prioritize things. Like you said, is having a plan B. You definitely have to have a plan B because at the end of the day, the bills have to get paid, the kids got to eat, we got to eat. Like, it's just not always that easy to just put everything aside and just chase your dreams full on. So I would say learning how to prioritize and using good time management um, will definitely help you lock in and focus when you're building your brand. Um, Another thing that I was just kind of thinking about earlier is also separating business from pleasure. So, while you are focused on your business, whether it be something new or something old, like you're always going to have to separate business from pleasure. I was talking to a friend about this and using a reward system that keeps you moving in the right direction, also while knocking things off of your goal list is a good route to take. So it's like you don't want to just do all work, no play. You might want to work a little and play a little, but you also can't just play all the time and just try to go full fledged, just having fun, doing what you're doing, whether it be, something in the music industry, for example. Um, you kind of have to learn to balance things out and separate business from pleasure. So, has there ever been a time that y'all can recall? Maybe, I mean, obviously, it's probably happens mostly when we're young because I feel like as adults, we know that okay, things have deadlines, the bills are coming up, this is due. But do y'all remember ever having a time where you just wanted to just have fun and kind of do what you wanted and put those responsibilities on the back burner for your goals and your dreams, as opposed to like going to class and learning and just being responsible, going to work and doing this and that, to kind of help you elevate towards having success in these goals.
To be honest, Natalie, I would say high school, and not even in high school, because you're taught in high school to work a 9 to 5. You're not
Mhm.
really taught to go out there and invest in your dreams. You see, it's like you get laughed at when you say, "Oh, I have a dream to do this, or I have a dream to own a store, or
Mhm.
to make journals." You get laughed at, you know. So it's you're taught at a very young age you need to work a 9 to 5. Even when it comes to athletes, it's like, oh, you're not going to make it because you're not so and so. You see what I mean? So even if you do have a dream, you're already shot down by the dream because people expect for you to work. People expect for you to go out there and work a 9 to 5. So honestly, for me, I didn't have that opportunity to just put responsibilities to the side and think of a dream. You see, of my future, or my goals, or what I wanted to do. I don't know about the rest of you ladies, but that's I'm speaking for me right now. But I was brought up, you have to work in life, and don't just try to have a vision and a dream, and live off of it.
When you're young, it definitely, I can say, it takes strength and discipline to maintain that balance and separation. So, when I was younger, of course, I had a different mind frame of what I have now, and I have, grown to be. So, it's definitely different.
It's so different. Um,
It can be
it's
done,
it can, and
but
absolutely can be done, but it's so different. I think when you're younger and you don't have certain responsibilities. I mean, and even though you may have financial responsibilities that you need to take care of, like maybe you have some credit card bills or student loans, or maybe you're out on your own already and you are paying your own rent or contributing towards your college tuition. And even with that, if you're no, you've got a job, or if you're on campus or on campus apartments and whatever. I mean, there's still things that you're responsible for. But I think that there's also, you are just so gung ho about trying to hit the go button on life, that will do whatever you can in order to facilitate that. But then you immediately have to slam on the brakes when you're forced to be placed in a position that makes you be financially responsible and just a more responsible person overall. And for me, that hit when I found myself, becoming a mom before I even had thought that I was ready to. So it was like, no matter what I wanted and what I wanted to do, it was like all that came to a screeching halt. And I was like, I'm not going to be, I can't be a mom half-ass. Like, I've got to be full on with this and
exactly.
put my kid first. But once I got into my groove and I found my rhythm with motherhood and being a parent, then I was able to pick back up with what I needed to do. But I also had a newfound discipline and an even stronger work ethic to go harder, because I had even more reason to. And the challenges that you face with being a parent gives you a set of tools and an exceptional strength that you don't even realize that you have.
No, definitely. And those, what Dominic said resonated too. You have to have a lot of just kind of willpower and just determination to stay focused during those times, especially when you're young. You want to have fun, you want to chase your dreams, but there does come a time when reality hits and it sets in, and it's like, hold on now, like, this isn't bringing in any money. Like, what is a way that I can pivot and, get my business going, as opposed to just kind of doing it on my own time when I want to. Because having a business, it is something that you have to go full fledged with. So whether it's making money or not, the more consistent you are with things, the more promising, your success will be with that. So it definitely takes a lot of discipline, when it comes to just kind of balancing things out and making sure you prioritize what's more important. Because at the end of the day, family, you need time, needs your time, your business needs your time, your relationship needs your time, schooling needs your time. So it's kind of tough. I know when I first started college, my parents, they were kind of against me working during the school year. But when summer hit, it's like, okay, you gotta go, make some money. Like, you gotta get back to work, because when the next semester rolls around, books have to get paid. You gotta eat. The dorm rent has to get paid. Tuition has to get paid. So it's just kind of like, ooh, I know when I was in college, it was just like everything all at once. And it's like, oh, damn, I didn't really have too much time to have a side hustle. It was just more time like to think of the future, like, what would I be doing after college with all of my time when I'm a little more available? So those are definitely good points. I feel like a lot of people can resonate to what you guys are saying, because, it's not all the same opinion. Everybody's experience with this is different. So that's definitely good to hear. Oh, I see we got us on there. RCC, Combo and Chill. Okay, so make sure if you are tuned in right now that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel and following our Instagram as well. If there are ever any topics that you would like to discuss, just DM us, write it in the comments, all that good stuff. We are very, very open to talking about all types of different things. So, did anyone else have anything to say about like different ways that we can balance our businesses, whether it be small business or, however serious you want to take it, and family and relationship?
I just want to say, that we have to keep in mind, with this topic as well, that some people have 9 to 5 job, 9 to 5. And usually, those are jobs that offer security, to people. However, the entrepreneurship part, equals no security, because you never know, right? Um, so when I want to say this because some of us have parents and friends that have a 9 to 5 job, and we might feel like, because I was one of those, back in the day. I used to be like, why are people not sharing my post or my business? But now I'm more open to a lot of details on why they could have been, like you said, Nat. um you named a few of them. But having a 9 to 5 job, I noticed that it makes a lot of people feel secure versus having your own business. Though your family might feel like, okay, I just want you to be, secure. It doesn't mean that they don't believe in you. It's just their way of thinking about a way to offer, kind of offer you the security they think you need. A lot of times that has happened, and I know in my lifetime it has happened as well. They just didn't understand.
Eh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Dominique, I was gonna say I agree with you, Dominique. Because
Hmm.
recently when I opened my online store, um, only thing I got from my family was, "Why are you doing that? Continue to focus on working on your regular job. Don't get steered away because you have kids." And I'm thinking to myself, this is why I'm doing this. Is for my children. And it's sad in one way because my biggest supporters that's been buying my stuff hasn't it's been like friends and people that are not my family. And I would think that my family would support me first and buy my stuff, but they haven't. You see?
Right.
And in the back of my mind, I'm like, why wouldn't my family support me, but I have outsiders and friends that support me? It's like, do you want to see me fail? Or do you want me to see me succeed? What is it? Why don't you want to support me? Because you want me to work a 9 to 5. I may not want to work a 9 to 5. I may want to have my own business.
Hmm.
And you know what? Balancing work with, like your own business with family, it requires empathy on both sides as well. Um, so your family are just doing what anyone else would do, when they see a loved one. It's not to say they don't want to support you. Like Natalie said at the beginning, maybe they just don't understand,
And that's true,
or they have
Dominique,
to see
but
that passion,
that is true. But what I don't want is when I get to the top and when you see me succeed, then you want to be involved.
That's true
Because
too
because the
now.
hard
Yeah.
work,
Now you
Yeah.
do have some people
because
like
the
that
hard
as
exactly
well.
because the hard work has already been done.
Yeah.
You
Hmm.
see what I mean? Don't
Yeah.
don't don't wait till I get to the top
Let's yep.
and then you see me on TV and other stuff. You know what I mean? And like, oh my goodness, like she made it. Yes, I made it all by
I-
myself.
right.
Right.
You
You're
see?
100%. You're right.
And you say this is what I've been trying to tell y'all the entire
Exactly.
time. but
Exactly,
you've
Brenna. The
been
whole
but you've
time.
been
Like I
but you've
saw the
been
vision.
questioning, right? You've been
Exactly.
questioning, and it's like, what I'm passionate about, and I'm sharing with you. I'm being vulnerable, and I'm like telling you like something that I'm dreaming about, I'm excited about, and I'm putting my all into it. And maybe I am working a 9 to 5 job, and I have a couple of side hustles on top of everything else, so that I am not worried about um, any type of financial issues or problems that may come into play while I'm building up my business, and living this entrepreneur life. There's different expenses that you have, and sometimes you have to travel and go places, and a lot of times, when you're just getting started, you have to put yourself in situations, you have to go to where the action is, you have to socialize, you have to network, you have to do so much so that you can start to get yourself known, so that you can get yourself involved, and you can get to working. But when you have a family that's like, no, you just need to go ahead and get your degree, you just need to go ahead and get that finished, law school, finish medical school or dental school or whatever else, or go work for a big company and be a project manager with starting salary in the 170,000s, something like that. They want you to do something that they know is gonna, every 2 weeks or twice a month or bi-weekly or whatever, you're gonna have this paycheck. They don't understand what it's like when you are independent and you're working as the entrepreneur, so they're not going to support that. But the minute they start seeing you get some attention, and some activity really starts heading your way, and people start to know who you are and know your name and know what you're associated with, then family members and friends like get all excited, because they're like, oh yeah, that's my sister, that's my cousin, that's my daughter, that's
Exactly.
my son. It's like, I'm still the same sister, sister, niece, aunt, whoever I was, a year and a half ago when I was telling you about what I was going to do and what my plan was. And y'all basically were kind of like, why? What? Like
Exactly.
it
But
just
you're right,
falls,
Brenna.
it just falls flat and you don't get that excited response that you're looking for. Like
exactly.
y'all my people, you're supposed to be
Right.
hyping me up before anybody else in these streets. And when
Right.
y'all are giving me the like wah wah, it's like it's a
It can be
little
discouraging too, Brenna, especially
yes.
when you're telling them your vision
Mhm.
and your dream. And you're like, oh my God, I'm going to create this. I'm going to do that. And like, well, why you want to do that? Because like, that's my passion.
Right.
When I started talking about doing my journals to my family, they were like, oh, there's a whole bunch of other journals out there. Who's going to buy your journal? And I said, somebody will. And do you know who was my first customer that bought my journal? Mia, Dominique. You see, they supported me. You
Oh,
see,
I love
Mhm.
it. I
I love
love
it
it.
too. But it's like
Hmm.
it's just it hurts when your family's not there like
Look,
you
she
want
heard
them
her
to be.
name.
Huh? What you say?
I said she heard her name.
Oh yes, she's my supporter, and every time I think about it, it makes me teary eyed because it's like people are supporting you. That's not even your family. That's supposed to see the vision with you, not the end when you already succeeded, but at
Right.
the beginning with you when you're struggling, going through the mud. That has
Definitely.
nothing.
Listen, starting your own business, it is a task. So I would say just have faith in yourself and and the difference that you're making within your life. And just let those attitudes pass over
Right.
because they're like genetics.
Yep,
Exactly.
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 They'll
You're
pass on
right.
down. Y'all, I want to go ahead. I want to do a quick shout out. Let's give a shout out to the global homie. He has been this person has been in our comments on this live into this topic and really just co-signing and also offering some additional insight to this topic that we're talking about. So I encourage everybody, if you're not able to look at the comments right now during the live. After the show is over, of course, it'll still be sitting up on our YouTube, Real Chill Conversations, for y'all to watch it. It will also be posted to Facebook and other social media platforms. But just check out the comments. And again, shout out to Global Homie for rocking with us and being tuned into this episode, because it's great to know as we're talking about this and we're talking about support and how sometimes we feel like we're just not getting the support that we would like to see from our family members and friends and loved ones when we're an entrepreneur or we're independent or we're in a business independent of what traditional work
Mhm.
might be with that 9 to 5. So we appreciate that support, especially at our new time at 12 a.m. We didn't know how this is going to go down, but see, people are
Okay.
people are awake,
Yeah.
and people still want
Shout
to have
out to
that.
you.
People still want to have that.
Exactly.
People still want to have that conversation. So thank you so much, Global Homie, for rocking with us tonight. We appreciate that, and we will make sure that everybody else gets to see what's posted here. So I'm gonna take some time and share again while we continue this conversation.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. A lot of people just aren't used to like going against just the traditional lifestyle in general. I feel like the last couple years
Is Nat still there?
I'm not for sure.
I don't hear her. Like it's like she faded out.
Yeah.
But I see her. Like I see her. She didn't drop off the stream yet. Maybe it was something with her audio. But Global Homie says that Not put him on, and Edwina did too. And he says love. So
Much
Yay.
love, Global.
yay, yay.
Uh,
We appreciate it.
anytime we can help, let us know.
We appreciate it.
Okay, we're checking in and making sure. Natalie, I see her picture still up here, but it looks like she is not on here. Global Homie says, how would y'all want your men to deal with those same factors?
Ooh. I mean, some of this I think we covered earlier. Honestly, um, it's a two-way street. In my situation with entrepreneurship or getting involved with projects that are independent and not the typical. I mean, I just look for the support. I just look for the, being able to have my person understand, how important what it is I'm pursuing, like how important it is to me, and to respect how important that is to me, and not be critical of the time that I'm spending on it. So if I'm spending a lot of time, whether it's research or reviewing or trying to figure out the best equipment that I need to have or what have you, just be supportive of what I'm doing and knowing that I'm trying to go in from jump with the best. And then if the shoe was on the other foot, it would be the same thing. If there was something that he was trying to do independently, or a project that he was working on, or something that he was trying to pursue as an entrepreneur, again, I'm going to be that cheerleader. I'm going to support. I'm going to encourage. I'm going to be doing everything I can to draw attention to what it is that you're trying to do, and keep you uplifted during the time, because it can get discouraging. It can get discouraging when you've put in X number of hours on a project or time on something, and then you put it out for the world to see, and the world responds, with 11 views or 4 likes, and you're like,
Yeah, I would say the same
wow.
Absolutely.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say the same thing, Brenna. Like we said earlier, I would say communication is the key first off, and making sure that your partner has the same vision as you. Because if your partner is not on the same page as you, that's when you guys are gonna crash, because you guys are not going to understand each other. But if your partner is ready to go through the mud with you and fight with you, and both you guys be successful, it's going to work out amazing, because you guys are doing it together, step by step.
And I'm going to say this and then I'll leave for the night. At the end of the day, you're doing this for yourself. So this entrepreneur thing is for you, no one else.
Exactly.
And if you can't recognize the skills and the talent that you bring to the table, like, other people are not going to be committed enough to make you see it. You have to make yourself see it. So just believe in yourself, be confident, and know that you can do it.
Be patient. And that's,
Absolutely
you
patient.
got to be patient. It is not going to happen in 5 minutes, in 5 days, in 5 weeks, overnight. It's just not.
I agree.
Well, I mean, I don't know that there's much more that we can add to this topic for tonight. I think that we've kind of said what we need to say. I was trying to hang out and see if Nat was gonna pop back in, but it looks like she's She's here, but she's not here. So I don't know if it's technical difficulties or auditory difficulties or what. But I won't prolong this episode. Global Homie said tonight was dope. I definitely agree. I love this time. I hope it works out for everyone else as well as I feel
Brenna,
like it.
I'm
Yeah.
not trying to cut you off. She just wrote in the chat that she's here, but she asked if we can hear her.
I cannot hear her.
No, I can't either, Natalie. But she said she's here. I can see her moving her mic back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe have her come out. Maybe have her leave
Natalie, I
and
would
then
say jump out and jump back in real quick.
okay. And let's see if she comes back on. Okay, there she is.
I was talking and talking and talking, and I'm
Talking.
like,
We didn't hear you. We were like, wait, is she here? Is she not here?
I literally was just going and going and going. But it's crazy because Dominic, Slick said what I was saying about just having confidence and, just pulling, just toughing it out. That's
Right.
all you can do is just tough it out because you never know what's going to happen. People don't know what to expect from you, but they'll be more receptive if, you have the confidence and you just stay consistent with it. So I feel like this was a good talk. It definitely is going to help some people out a lot because there have been so many new businesses. A lot of people aren't living a traditional lifestyle anymore. There have been so many small businesses, Black-owned businesses, and really successful entrepreneurs coming out of the last few years. So it's like anything is possible nowadays,
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Well,
All right, ladies.
Appreciate it.
yes, I
We
think it
appreciate it.
was great tonight. Like I was saying, I think this time was dope. I definitely love it. I hope it works for everyone. Global Homie, we thank you so much for rocking with us. Nat, Global Homie said you put him on, you and Edwina, and he's just been staying in the comments, and I love to see it. So on that note, we gonna end this episode number 13 of Real Chill Conversations. We will be back next week on Friday, 12 a.m. with another dope topic. So y'all stay tuned. Make sure you go back and share this with your friends, family, and loved ones so they can check it out and get put up on some dope information. And go follow our YouTube page, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow our Instagram. Y'all know what to do as far as social media is concerned. We should not keep telling y'all, but
Right.
just in case you didn't get the memo. All right, y'all. We'll see you next week. Real Chill Conversations. We out.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.